How have you endangered other people?
My brother, one brother in particular, I took him on a real ride, and he said he could never really trust me again. And so he would say that, we're still buds, we still do things, but he's got his hackles up, right? Because I took him to a place that was extremely dangerous and that I participated in. It was really deadly. But that was part of, thrill seeking, because all the males in my family are huge thrill seekers. We're all were downhill skiers. I did the most racing, downhill racing because of speed and all that stuff. I mean, I couldn't roll down a hill now, but I mean, throughout that, when I was, very young, when I was a kid, probably 8 years old, I used to work on a farm for several years, and every day I'd get chased by a bull with horns, and chase across a field and then dive through a fence. And of course, I had to process this by going to Pamplona, where I tried to get people to go in with me who were not really capable of doing it, right? And doing the whole bull thing. But there's a lot of things that involve exposing yourself to disease or to very dangerous animals, to sharks, and I'll do it with them. So I consider it fine, because it's not like I say, you go do that, go kill yourself. I'm always there doing it with them. And so my explanation to myself in looking back is just, I'm a thrill seeker, and I invite people to come along that can do it. And they freak out a lot of times because it's so dangerous. I mean, I was a very close friend of mine was my brother-in-law who passed away. He went to West Point and was an extremist soldier. I mean, he was a really tough guy and led a whole group of Montagnards during the Vietnam War, and used to go along and do raids in the middle of the night and very extremely dangerous things. But he'd still go on trips as many times as he could with me. And every time he went, he goes, Jim, he says, I've been in some tough situations in Vietnam and in, war situations. He says, but the most dangerous times I ever spent are with you. And he was very wary about this. Now, this makes me sound like some sort of brave person, or, which I don't consider myself a brave person, but I am a thrill seeker for sure. And so it blends in with that. You see what I mean? And when does that become irresponsible? Well, people have told me, 50 times where it was very irresponsible. And I was, going through the stories over the years, and, psychiatrists would tell me, well, that's psychopathic. And I said, but I don't think it is. They said, well, okay, you don't think it is, the rest of the world would think it is. I never push anybody to do anything, so they know that. So they always go, when it gets too crazy, I'll tell you, and I'll go to the sideline. And that's always happened. So, and I never try to push people to this. And I get family members involved. So it's more like that. And I objected to the psychiatrists' notion that it was psychopathic, because I said it's not meant that way. They said it sort of doesn't matter, in some fundamental way.